Online dating is the most natural thing nowadays. Everybody does it. My daughters, who are teenagers, they knew I was online, and they knew I was on a Afro introduction dating site. So they knew what the type of person I was looking for. I suppose the main thing is the age difference. However, they're not bothered about that. They just want me to be happy. Other members of my family probably look at it and say, it's a bit strange, isn't it? That somebody so young would be interested in somebody your age. But I think the thing is, unless you've actually done it and you've been involved and you've got experience, then you can't really comment. I mean, Eddie and I get on remarkably well. We have a lot to talk about. We have a lot in common. The fact that there's a big age difference doesn't make a huge issue about anything. Maybe I just say, do you have to be on your phone all the time? But I say that to my kids, but that's the age that we live in. People live with their phones. You see it when you go out, not just younger people, but older people sitting in restaurants and bars, and they're busy on their phones. I like to say, put your phone away. Let's just talk. They're happy for me. They maybe did at the beginning. They're thinking, oh, she's a young woman. She's from Africa. She's just after your money. Well, Eddie's never asked me for money for bills or debts or anything like that. But yes. So people say, how do you manage a long-distance relationship? Well, it doesn't actually feel like a long-distance relationship. There is a long distance between us, but the relationship is there and then, every morning, every night, during the daytime. I speak to Eddie every single day, 2, 3, 4 times a day. The fact that we're involved in business together as well means we communicate more. So I haven't had a night where I haven't said good night to Eddie before I've gone to sleep. Not one single night since we met. And we've had the odd occasion where we've had a disagreement, and maybe I've hung up on her and she's hung up on me, but I've never gone to bed at night without resolving it, because I think that's the way relationships are. You shouldn't go to sleep on an argument. But some people might think, well, it's easier because she's 7,000 miles away. You can just hang up and, you can just ignore it and speak to her the next day or 2 days later or whatever. She's not going to say anything or do anything because it's the phone. The relationship is via the phone. But I don't see it like that. I just see it as a relationship. It feels like she's with me every day. We talk about things. We talk about business. I'll ring her back. Where are you? Are you off? I'm just going to take the van in for an MOT. Oh, all right, we'll see you later then. Hi, what are you doing? Yeah, I'll be cooking, or she'll be cooking, or whatever. So we see a lot of each other. We probably see and talk more than people who are actually in the same room at times. So seeing each other, okay, that's physically seeing each other. Well, that's an issue, I suppose, but you don't have to make it an issue. The flights here are relatively inexpensive. I don't have to come and stay for a month. I can go and stay for 2 weeks and then go back, do some work, come back again. It's not a long flight, especially if you fly with Turkish Airlines. The halfway stop is Istanbul. It's a nice flight. Food's good. So you get 5 or 6 hours and then 5 or 6 hours. So it's split up quite nicely. So it's not a bad journey at all. So if you think the distance is a problem, well, the problem's in your head, because there really is no issue at all. Not for me anyway, and not for Eddie.